Keek on the mic, Keek on the mic, Keek on the mic, Keek on the mic. People, this the intro.
Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down. Bear down.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you also follow me on all my social media platforms to stay connected with all Keek on the Mic news. So, Bears fans, the second joint practice with the Indianapolis Colts is now in the books. And by the sounds of it, all the reports coming out of this joint practice today with the Colts is that the Bears absolutely dominated not only the Chicago Bears defense, not only Justin Fields, not only the Chicago Bears offense, everyone on the Chicago Bears absolutely dominated today's practice against the Colts. So that's always good news. But before I go any deeper with today's joint practice with the Colts, on the injury standpoint, both DN DeMarcus Walker and guard Nate Davis practiced in full pads for the second straight day. They didn't really do much. They did participate in some individual drills. So they're still like in the ramp up period. I don't expect neither of them to play this Saturday against the Colts in the preseason game. But it's still good that those guys are getting healthy. For the second straight day, they were in pads. They were involved in team drills and individual drills. So that's always good news in the injury front. Center Cody Whitehair did walk off early with the trainer, and he was looking at his hand. He did return to the practice field, but then he was just on the sidelines for the rest of the joint practice with the Colts. Doug Kramer took over for him at center and was taking all the first string reps with the starting offense. After the practice concluded with the Colts today, Matt Eberflus did say that quarterback Justin Fields will not play this Saturday in the preseason game against the Colts, along with other starters that he did not list off. He just said that Justin Fields for sure is not playing. I think it has a lot to do with that the Bears felt that joint practices were enough work for Justin Fields and some of the key line starters, which makes a lot of sense. These guys were doing 11 on 11, 7 on 7 reps. I'm getting high quality reps with, different defenses or different offenses, right? So it makes a lot of sense that Justin Fields is not going to play. Of course, selfishly, as a Bears fan, we want Justin Fields to play, but he did get a lot of good quality reps, and he looked good in those reps as well, making a lot of good decisions, absolutely slicing and dicing this Colts secondary at times. We did see some struggles with Justin Fields, some underthrown balls, some overthrown balls, but for the most part, Justin Fields had a very good 2 days of joint practice with the Colts. So it makes a lot of sense that he's just going to sit out this Saturday against the Colts. I'm not sure what it means for the third and final preseason game, if he's going to play or not. Matt Eberflus hasn't said anything about that, but it looks like he may be done for the preseason, which I know a lot of people will have different opinions about, but for at least this Saturday against the Colts, quarterback Justin Fields will not play for the Bears. So, Bears fans, let's talk about day 2 of joint practices with the Colts. First things first, a lot of tempers were flaring against the Colts and the Bears. Lots of pushing and shoving after the whistle. A couple of fights did break out in today's practice with the Colts, and that's definitely not a surprise. Once again, these are two teams playing at a high level, trying to prove a point. Yesterday, things got a little bit chippy, but nothing really broke out in terms of fights. Today was the total opposite. I know Javon Dexter got in a little scuffle. I know Cole Kmet kind of got in a little scuffle as well. So obviously I love to see the competition. This is what happens when you're playing at a high level. So these fights are no concern whatsoever. And it seems like they de-escalated pretty quick. But it's good that these guys are competing at a high level. They care enough to want to compete at a high level and be better than the Colts. And that's the point of these joint practices, to try to win your reps, try to win these one-on-one matchups or these 7-on-7 matchups, or even these 11-on-11 matchups as well, and try to be the better team. When you're competing at a high level, sometimes tempers do flare and fights happen in football. So I absolutely love to see it from both sides because they're competing at a high level. But like I said earlier in this episode of Keek on the Mic, overall, by the reports from the Bears reporters and Twitter, all that good stuff, it sounds like the Chicago Bears absolutely dominated in today's joint practice against the Indianapolis Colts. Bears defense once again had a very good day. During 11-on-11s, Bears defense held Anthony Richardson to just one completion in 10 plays. On the final play, Richardson did have a good run for a good gain, but the Bears defense was able to force a fumble. So once again, that peanut punch, the Bears defense always practice that. That's something that they preach all the time, is running to the football and constantly trying to jar that football loose. And it definitely works, especially when you're going against a young rookie quarterback in Anthony Richardson, the guy that likes to take off and run, wasn't really protecting the football well enough, and the Bears defense definitely took advantage. I do want to single out Jalen Johnson. He also had a very good day. He absolutely locked down Michael Pittman Jr. Anthony Richardson wanted to get Pittman more involved during these team drills, and he was trying to look Pittman's way multiple times, but Jalen Johnson absolutely wasn't having it, and he absolutely had an outstanding day locking down Michael Pittman Jr. Also, Kyler Gordon also had a really good day. He had a nice interception covering Josh Downs during one-on-one team drills, and after the play, he went over to the sideline, did a Spider-Man celebration with his coach. He was definitely pumped up. Let me tell you, Bears fans, Kyler Gordon looks like a different player from year one. We all saw how he started his rookie year, wasn't very good, but he definitely started to turn things on at the end of his rookie season, and that momentum is definitely carrying over to his second season with the Chicago Bears. He looks more confident, he looks more comfortable, he looks like more of a leader out there for the Chicago Bears defense, and to me, he's going to be an absolute problem for opposing offenses as well. He's had a great camp so far, and I think he's continuing to stack these practices and continuing to stack the momentum that he's gaining from these practices. He's definitely going to be ready for week 1 against the Green Bay Packers. Really happy to see the improvement by Kyler Gordon. Now moving on to the Chicago Bears offense, looking at quarterback Justin Fields. He had another efficient day during the one-on-one team periods, connecting with DJ Moore, of course, Darnell Mooney, and Equinemius St. Brown. He also had a nice double move from EQ, and he had a little nice toe tap to catch a ball from Justin Fields during that one-on-one team drills. Then they moved on to 7-on-7s where they did a little bit of red zone work, and QB1 also had a great series during the 7-on-7 period for the Chicago Bears, completing all throws all over the field. He completed underneath, over the top throws, tight window throws over the middle. He connected with everyone. That's what I liked about it today's practice. He was spreading the ball around. He connected with DJ Moore, to Darnell Mooney, to Cole Kmet, and to Dante Pettis. And there was even a series where Justin Fields had a big throw for a big-time completion to DJ Moore along the left sideline, and the personnel from the Colts and the Bears just shook their head and smiled, because at this point, there's absolutely nothing you can do to stop the connection between Justin Fields and DJ Moore. It's that legit, Bears fans, and it's just getting me pumped up. I'm so excited for week 1 because the connection is continuing to get stronger. Every single practice, DJ Moore is making a play, and like I said, there is nothing opposing defenses can do to stop DJ Moore at this point. So overall, Bears fans, 2 days down for joint practices with the Indianapolis Colts, and 2 very good days of work for guys like Justin Fields, DJ Moore, the Chicago Bears defense. Everyone is flying around. Everyone's competing at a high level. So going back to what I said earlier in the podcast about Justin Fields not playing in this Saturday's preseason game against the Colts, it makes a lot of sense because Justin Fields had a very good 2 days of practice. He got valuable reps, not only in 7-on-7s and red zone work, and situational work, but also in 11-on-11 team drills as well. And he looked really good in those reps. So it makes a lot of sense why Justin Fields isn't playing. Selfishly, it does suck that he isn't playing, but I totally get the decision by Matt Eberflus. But overall, really proud of this football team. They continue to get better every single day. We are just one step closer to that week 1 matchup against the Green Bay Packers. And Bears fans, once again, everyone should be very excited and encouraged about the Chicago Bears football team this year. Once again, if you're enjoying the updates of these training camp practices right here on the podcast, make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Kick on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, back for an all-new Bears podcast right here on Kick on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and bear down.
You've been listening to Kick on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.